It's 5:30 a.m. in front of the Core Institute Specialty Hospital in Central Phoenix. And patient after patient after patient after patient is showing up for their scheduled procedures. The hospital's website states that it specializes in total and partial joint, spine surgery, foot and ankle, and hand and wrist procedures. Surgeries that are often considered elective, meaning they are scheduled in advance and do not involve a medical emergency. But those are also the types of surgeries that Governor Doug Ducey's executive order applies to.
Does Governor Ducey have the authority to do this?
Yes, under a declaration of emergency, the governor has very broad authority to issue orders that are consistent with responding to the emergency.
Leela Barraza is an assistant professor at the College of Public Health at the University of Arizona. She says Ducey's declaration spells out what is considered elective, surgery that can be delayed without undue risk to the health of a patient, and what the punishment is for violating the order.
Are there any teeth to this order?
Sure. Orders that are issued in pursuant of a state of emergency can carry with it a Class 1 misdemeanor.
But we watched people leave surgery centers across the valley this week and heard stories about cosmetic procedures, even hair transplants, still taking place using valuable equipment. Meantime, the county health department put out this dire warning. There are not enough N95 masks, face shields, surgical gowns, coveralls, or gloves to meet the current demand. So what about all those patients we saw entering the Core Specialty Hospital this morning? Can you assure us that none of those people were there for elective surgeries?
Yes.
Dr. Arash Araghi is the chief medical officer at the Core Institute.
We have completely halted all of the elective surgeries that are being performed at this time.
Araghi insists anybody undergoing surgery now has been evaluated and the surgery considered urgent, including the patients we saw this morning. They didn't look like they were in terrible shape. They were walking of their own volition.
Walking alone is not necessarily an indication of a surgery being urgent or not.
And he argues his patients have less of a chance of contracting COVID-19 here than at a traditional hospital.
It's a surgical hospital. We don't have an emergency room. We don't treat patients that are sick there or have medical conditions that require ongoing treatment there.
One of the upsides to having all of these specialty hospitals here in the Valley is that they could be turned into coronavirus wards in the event we run out of beds at our traditional hospitals. I'm Morgan Lowe for Arizona's Family.